Adam Taxin with Rabbi Nochum Kurinsky of Chabad at the beaches in Ponte Vedra Beach, near Jacksonville, Florida. It can be reached at chabadbeaches.com, or that's the website. We were talking about Parsha Beshalach in the book of Exodus. That is, I believe, from chapter 13, verse 17 to chapter 17, verse 14. Rabbi Kurinsky, thanks again as always. And there's a message for Israel, current state of Israel, and in regard to John Kerrys' peace process right now, or whatever they're doing over there. There's an important message for those in Israel right now. Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, the Jewish people left Egypt, and they stood at the bank of the Sea of Reeds.
Sorry, that's my phone.
And they had
dogs were last week.
That's Obama's dog. We got that. So the Jewish people stood at the. Let's record again.
No, it's
okay.
Natural.
They stood at the bank, and it looked like they were impossible odds. I mean, they had the Egyptians attacking from behind. They had many of the Jewish people wanted to go back to Egypt. There were people that wanted to go after. They wanted to go and they had all kinds of different older types of alternatives. And it seemed like everything was lost. It seemed like there was no hope whatsoever. The only thing they had was they had Moses, and they had Moses' message from God. They were going to go to Mount Sinai, and they were going to go to the Promised Land. They were going to receive the Torah. They were going to have this incredible union with God, but it seemed impossible. And they turned to Moses. Moses says to them, he says a verse that we say, those that say a special blessing for the IDF on the Sabbath quote this verse, that Hashem yilachem lachem, that God will fight your war for you. Hashem will fight your war. God will fight your war for you. You have to be quiet. And from this we learn a very, very important lesson. I think a lesson that is more relevant today than ever. We have to understand the land of Israel is a land that's holy. It's the center of the universe. God Almighty blessed this land. God watches this land from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And He will make sure that we will be protected and safe. And that is the only source of our security. Security won't come from John Kerry. It won't come from the United States. It doesn't even really come from the might of the IDF. It comes from the connection that the IDF has to God. And we cannot whatsoever pay attention to those voices that want to divide. They say they want peace, but they really want a piece of this and a piece of that. They don't want peace for Israel. They want a legacy. They want
to destroy the Jews.
Yeah. They want anything what we want. We want our connect. We want. I'm not really sure what some of them want, but I know one thing, that we have to know what we want. And we want is a safe place where Jews can be Jews and be protected. And the only way for us to do it is for us to, as Hashem Bilachem Lachem, to understand. Look, in my lifetime, I remember the Gulf War, right in '91, where Saddam was saying sent all the Scud missiles to Israel, and there were almost no casualties. And it was incredible, open miracle. It was the Lubavitcher Rabbi in New York was telling people, don't worry about the gas masks. Israel's a safe place. And I remember one missile after another hit Israel, and Israel was safe. God watches Israel. We have to pay attention to our security. Our security comes from God. It comes from God Almighty who watches the land of Israel. It's a safe place. It will be safe. And we cannot, God forbid, give in to foreign pressure. And God forbid for us to divide our land.
It's happened enough.
It's happened enough, and it's never proven successful. It's proven to be. It only emboldens our enemies, and it only emboldens the very people that want to kill us.
Hamas even said so. I think the news 2 days ago part of the news was that this is just a ploy with whatever Muhammad's treaty was with someone that they betrayed. I mean, how can you trust these people? I mean,
I think you're right. I think actually, like you're saying, you could trust them because you listen to them. If you listen to them, you listen to what they're saying. They're saying they want to annihilate Israel. They want to wipe the Jews off the map. They're saying what they want to do. They let us know who they are, what they are. So we have to deal with it, and we have to understand that our only safety is going to come from God, despite all the incredible odds. I mean, 67 and 73, and then 91, and amongst many, many other miraculous events, 56 and 48. All the times that Israel went on foot, it was Very rarely was it military prowess that was even on our side. Mostly it was miraculous. It was open. It was an open miracle, and because God watches us, that's where we're going to get our strength from.
So the message for anyone in Israel or anyone who's pro-Israel, who's intimidated by the brilliance and strength of great men like John Kerry and Barack Hussein Obama.
He's not the first. We had a Haman, we had a Hitler, we had a Stalin, and of course John Kerry is not a mass murderer. But these are all lists of people. You had Saddam Hussein that came and went. Yasser Arafat came and went. These guys come and go, and they call for Israel's destruction. And today they're all sitting on Wikipedia somewhere, and we're here telling the story. So we have nothing to worry about. We just have to strengthen our belief in God and our faith and our resolve. And not despair whatsoever. God watches the land of Israel from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. He's got all the power in the world. He can protect us. He will protect us. There's nothing to worry about. The only thing we have to worry about is ourselves. Do we give in? Do we not do what the Torah says and give in to foreign pressure, and then ultimately be our own worst enemy or not? That's what we have to worry about. We just have to be strong and not, God forbid, even discuss giving away peace of land, or God forbid letting terrorists go free. These are things that just cause direct harm to fellow Jews. They literally cause other Jews to die, and we have to be very careful about such things, even talking about them.
Thank you.